6 months ago, I discovered something that completely changed everything I thought I knew about nutrition for seniors. My 82-year-old grandfather was still lifting his own groceries, climbing stairs without holding the railing, and had more energy than people half his age. Meanwhile, his neighbor, also 82, needed help opening jars and struggled to get out of bed each morning. The secret wasn't some expensive supplement or a fancy gym membership. It wasn't even genetics. It was one simple food he ate every single day that I had completely dismissed as, well, basically worthless. That discovery led me down a rabbit hole that shocked even me, a practicing physician who thought he knew everything about senior nutrition. What I found will probably make you question everything you've been told about protein, especially if you're still relying on eggs as your go-to protein source. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Benjamin Hartwell, and if this is your first time here on Doctor's Note, welcome. We share no-nonsense, science-backed health advice specifically for Americans over 60 who want to stay strong, independent, and energized. If that sounds like you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got some incredible content coming your way. Now, let me ask you something. When you think about getting enough protein, what's the first food that comes to mind? If you're like 97% of the seniors I survey, you probably said eggs. And I get it. We've been told for decades that eggs are the gold standard for protein. But here's what's going to shock you. Eggs aren't even close to being the best protein source for seniors, not even in the top 10. While a large egg gives you about 13 grams of protein per 100 grams, today I'm going to show you 11 foods that absolutely crush that number. We're talking 30, 40, even over 90 grams of protein per 100 grams. And here's the kicker, many of these foods are sitting right in your local grocery store, probably in aisles you walk past every single week without a second thought. But before we dive into this list, I need you to understand something critical. After age 60, you're losing muscle mass at an alarming rate, up to 1% every single year. That might not sound like much, but let me put this in perspective. In just 10 years, that's 10% of your muscle mass gone. In 20 years, you're looking at 20% muscle loss. That's the difference between confidently carrying your own luggage and needing help. Between walking upstairs normally and gripping the handrail for dear life. Between opening jars yourself and asking someone else to do it for you. The scary part. This is happening quietly, even if you feel fine right now. Your body is literally eating away at your own muscle tissue, and most people don't realize it until it's almost too late. But here's the good news, and this is why I'm so excited to share this with you. The right foods can completely reverse this process. Not slow it down, not manage it, but actually reverse it. We're talking about rebuilding muscle mass you thought was gone forever. The foundation trio. Where most people start. Let's begin with what I call the foundation trio. These are the foods that are better than eggs, but still accessible to most seniors. Think of these as your training wheels before we get to the really powerful stuff. Number 11. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt often gets dismissed as just a healthy snack, but the non-fat, triple-strained variety is actually a muscle-building powerhouse. At over 17 grams of protein per 100 grams, it's delivering nearly 30% more protein than eggs. But here's what makes Greek yogurt special for seniors. It's the straining process. When they remove that excess liquid and lactose, they're concentrating the protein into an incredibly dense, creamy base that your aging digestive system can actually handle. A 2020 clinical review published in the journal Nutrients followed seniors who consumed just 20 grams of dairy-based protein daily. The results? A 25% improvement in muscle preservation within just 12 weeks. That's like aging in reverse. And if you're worried about lactose intolerance, which affects about 65% of adults, Greek yogurt is naturally lower in lactose due to that straining process. Your stomach will thank you. Now, here's the key. Avoid those sugary, artificially flavored varieties like the plague. You want plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. Add your own flavor with fresh berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or some ground flax seeds. You can use it in smoothies, as a base for dips, or even in savory dishes as a sour cream substitute. Number 10. Cooked chickpeas. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doc, chickpeas? Really? But hear me out. At 11.2 grams of protein per 100 grams when cooked, they're quietly outperforming eggs, and they come with something your body desperately needs: fiber. Here's something most doctors won't tell you. Fiber isn't just for digestive health. It's actually protecting your muscle cells by supporting gut health, balancing blood sugar, and reducing inflammation. Think of inflammation as rust eating away at your muscle tissue from the inside. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a fascinating study where they followed older adults who replaced some of their meat intake with legumes like chickpeas. The results were stunning, up to a 26% reduction in age-related muscle loss compared to the meat-only group. Chickpeas are also loaded with magnesium, iron, and folate, nutrients that are crucial for muscle contraction, oxygen delivery to your muscles, and muscle recovery after activity. To get the most out of chickpeas, soak them overnight before cooking. This breaks down some of the compounds that can cause digestive discomfort. Use them in homemade hummus, roast them with spices as a crunchy snack, or toss them into soups and stews. They're versatile, affordable, and your muscles will love them. Number 9. Cooked quinoa. Quinoa isn't just another trendy grain, it's actually not a grain at all. It's a seed, and it's what we call a complete protein source with 14 grams of protein per 100 grams cooked. What makes quinoa special is that it contains all 9 essential amino acids, including lysine, which is crucial for tissue repair and calcium absorption. Most plant foods are missing one or more of these amino acids, but quinoa has them all. A 2022 study published in Nutrients compared seniors who ate quinoa daily versus those who ate rice. After just 8 weeks, the quinoa group showed a 9% improvement in leg strength. That might not sound like much, but for a senior, that could be the difference between confidently walking across a parking lot and feeling unsteady. The best way to prepare quinoa is to soak it overnight to reduce anti-nutrients, then cook it in bone broth or low-sodium vegetable stock instead of plain water. This adds even more nutrients and makes it taste incredible. Top it with sautéed spinach, mushrooms, or a pinch of turmeric for an extra anti-inflammatory boost. Now, before we move on to the really powerful stuff, let me share something that happened just last week. I had a patient, Margaret, who's 74 years old. She came to me frustrated because she was feeling weaker and more tired than usual. Her daughter had to help her carry groceries, and she was starting to worry about her independence. After 3 months of incorporating just these first 3 foods into her daily routine, Margaret walked into my office carrying a 20-pound bag of potting soil. She'd been gardening all morning and felt fantastic. That's the power of proper protein for seniors. The supermarket secrets. Hidden gems. Now we're getting into what I call the supermarket secrets, Mayans. Foods that are hiding in plain sight, but pack an incredible protein punch. Number 8. Pumpkin seeds, pepitas. At 19 grams of protein per 100 grams, pumpkin seeds are almost doubling the protein power of eggs. But that's just the beginning. These little seeds are absolutely packed with minerals that most seniors are severely deficient in: magnesium, iron, and zinc. Magnesium helps with muscle contractions, iron delivers oxygen to your muscles, and zinc is essential for tissue repair. The Journal of Medicinal Food published a study that followed seniors who consumed pumpkin seeds daily. After just 12 weeks, they showed a 38% reduction in muscle inflammation. Think about that, These tiny seeds were literally cooling down the fire that was eating away at their muscle tissue. For best results, eat them raw and unsalted. I know the salted, roasted ones taste better, but the high sodium can actually work against you. Sprinkle them over your Greek yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or grind them up to make a creamy, high-protein seed butter. Just a small handful a day, about an ounce, can make a significant difference in your strength, recovery, and overall muscle function. Number 7. Tempeh. This is probably one of the most underrated protein sources for seniors, and I'll bet most of you have never even tried it. Tempeh clocks in at 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, which already puts it ahead of eggs, but it offers so much more. Made from fermented soybeans, tempeh is packed with amino acids, especially leucine, which is the key driver of muscle protein synthesis. Think of leucine as the on switch for muscle building in your body. But here's the really cool part: because tempeh is fermented, it's actually improving your gut health while it's building your muscles. Your digestive system is home to trillions of bacteria, and these bacteria play a huge role in how well you absorb and use protein. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors with diverse, healthy gut bacteria retained 18% more muscle mass over a year compared to those with poor gut health. Tempeh delivers both the building blocks for muscle and the microbial tools to use them effectively. To prepare tempeh, slice it thin and pan-sear it with a little tamari or low-sodium soy sauce. You can crumble it into stir-fries, layer it on whole grain sandwiches, or even marinate it and grill it. It has a nutty, earthy flavor that grows on you, and your muscles will thank you for it. Number 6. Spirulina. Now I'll admit, spirulina looks like pond scum. It's this blue-green algae that doesn't win any beauty contests. But don't let appearances fool you. This is one of the most potent muscle-preserving superfoods on the planet. Spirulina contains an absolutely staggering 29 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than double the protein of eggs. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Spirulina's protein is over 85% bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs and uses it extremely efficiently. This is crucial for seniors because as we age, our digestive systems become less efficient at breaking down and absorbing nutrients. With spirulina, you're getting maximum bang for your buck. But here's what really sets spirulina apart. It's incredibly effective at reducing chronic inflammation, which is one of the biggest reasons muscle loss accelerates with age. A 2022 study published in Nutrients found that spirulina reduced CRP, a major inflammation marker, by 32% in older adults. At the same time, it boosted nitric oxide levels, which enhances blood flow and nutrient delivery to muscle tissues. It's like giving your muscles a better highway system for getting the nutrients they need. To use spirulina, start small. Just a teaspoon of powder in smoothies, stirred into oatmeal after cooking, or blended into energy bites. Don't cook with it, as heat can destroy some of its beneficial compounds. The Taste Island. Well, it's earthy and a bit fishy, but mixed into a fruit smoothie, you'll barely notice it. Quick success story break. Before we continue, I want to share something incredible that happened with one of my patients. Robert, who's 68, started incorporating spirulina into his morning smoothie after watching one of my earlier videos. He was skeptical. Who wouldn't be about drinking algae? But after 6 weeks, his physical therapist noticed something remarkable. Robert was recovering faster between exercises, his grip strength had improved significantly, and he reported feeling more energetic throughout the day. The physical therapist actually asked what he'd changed in his routine because the improvement was so noticeable. That's the power of getting the right nutrients to your muscles in a form they can actually use. The championship round, the heavy hitters. Now we're entering what I call the championship round. These are the foods that are going to absolutely blow your mind with their protein content. Number 5. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are hands down one of the most complete plant-based proteins available, and they're perfectly designed for seniors. At 35 grams of protein per 100 grams, they're sitting well above the protein levels found in most meats, fish, or eggs. What makes hemp seeds special is their amino acid balance. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, including high levels of arginine, which supports blood flow, healing, and muscle performance. Better blood flow means better nutrient delivery to your muscles. A 2021 review published in Frontiers in Nutrition followed seniors who regularly consumed hemp protein and found they had better muscle retention and faster recovery after physical activity compared to those who didn't. Hemp seeds are also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and GLA, gamma-linolenic acid. These nutrients support brain health, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep quality. And good sleep is when most of your muscle repair happens. The best part about hemp seeds is they require zero preparation. Sprinkle them on oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or stir them into soups after cooking. They have a mild, nutty flavor, and they're incredibly easy to digest. Perfect for older adults who want maximum muscle benefits without any hassle. Number 4. Seitan, also known as wheat meat, is a hidden gem that most Americans have never heard of, but it's about to become your new best friend. Clocking in at 39 grams of protein per 100 grams, it crushes eggs and even rivals chicken and steak in protein density. Made from vital wheat gluten, seitan is basically pure protein. Most of the starch and carbs have been stripped away, leaving behind a concentrated protein structure that's extremely low in fat. It's also loaded with iron, which is crucial for oxygen delivery to your muscles. Iron deficiency is incredibly common in seniors, and it can leave you feeling weak and fatigued even if you're eating enough protein. A 2022 clinical trial, published in Clinical Nutrition, followed seniors consuming high-protein wheat isolates like seitan and found they experienced 21% better muscle preservation over a 10-week period compared to those on a standard diet. The versatility of seitan is incredible. You can slice it, sauté it, grill it, or marinate it. It mimics the texture of meat without the cholesterol or the heaviness that can sometimes bother sensitive stomachs. Pro tip: pair seitan with vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers, broccoli, or citrus fruits to maximize iron absorption. Your body absorbs iron much better when vitamin C is present. Number 3. Parmesan cheese. Yes, cheese made the list, but not just any cheese. Authentic aged Parmesan, like Parmigiano Reggiano, contains an incredible 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than most cuts of beef and more than triple what you'll get from an egg. The key here is the aging process. Because Parmesan is aged 12 to 36 months, it develops high concentrations of free-form amino acids, making it highly digestible even for seniors with lower stomach acid or lactose issues. A 2019 study published in Nutrients found that older adults absorbed 30% more usable protein from aged cheese compared to fresh, unaged dairy products. The aging process essentially pre-digests some of the proteins, making them easier for your body to use. Parmesan is also packed with leucine. Remember, that's the amino acid that directly triggers muscle protein synthesis. Just 30 grams of shaved Parmesan, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, can help you hit your daily protein goals while adding incredible flavor to your meals. Add it to vegetables, soups, salads, or even eat it on its own as a snack. Just make sure you're buying the real deal, the authentic block cheese, not the green bottle imitation. Your muscles will absolutely thank you. The ultimate champions, the top 2. We're down to the final 2, and these are going to absolutely shock you. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're real foods that you can find in most grocery stores, but they pack more protein per bite than almost anything else on the planet. Number 2. Dried fish powder. At 63 grams of protein per 100 grams, dried fish powder is nearly 5 times more protein-dense than an egg. Made from dehydrated white fish like cod or pollock, it's almost pure protein and incredibly bioavailable. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doc, where am I supposed to find dried fish powder? Most large grocery stores carry it in the international aisle, often in the Asian foods section. You can also find it online easily. A 2020 trial published in Clinical Nutrition followed seniors who consumed dried fish powder daily and found they increased lean muscle mass by 19% over just 10 weeks, even without increasing their exercise routine. The secret weapon in dried fish powder is leucine content. It delivers over 3 grams of leucine in just 25 grams of powder. According to Harvard researchers, that's enough to trigger significant muscle protein synthesis. You don't eat it straight, the taste would be overwhelming. Instead, sprinkle it over soups, stir it into stews, or blend it into savory oatmeal. It's shelf-stable, doesn't require chewing, and it's perfect for seniors with dental issues or low appetite. For rebuilding muscle after 60, this is genuinely one of the most underrated and powerful tools available. Number 1. Whey protein. And here's our champion, whey protein. At 70 to 90 grams of protein per 100 grams, depending on the type, it's one of the most powerful, fast-absorbing protein sources known to science. Unlike whole foods, whey protein gets absorbed within 30 to 60 minutes. This makes it ideal for seniors who need rapid recovery, especially after physical therapy, illness, or injury. A 2021 meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition analyzed data from thousands of seniors and found that those who supplemented with whey protein saw significantly greater gains in lean muscle mass and walking speed compared to those who didn't, even without structured exercise programs. For seniors, this is crucial. Walking speed is actually one of the best predictors of independence and longevity. The faster you can walk, the more likely you are to maintain your independence as you age. When choosing whey protein, look for high-quality whey isolate or hydrolyzed whey. Avoid flavored blends loaded with sugar or artificial fillers. Mix it with water or unsweetened almond milk and drink it 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This gives your body the raw materials it needs for overnight muscle repair and recovery. This isn't just a bodybuilder's tool. For seniors trying to maintain strength and independence, especially when appetite is low or digestion is compromised, whey protein can be absolutely essential. Important safety information. Now, before you rush out and start loading up on all these high-protein foods, I need to share some important safety information. As a physician, I always want to make sure my patients are making informed decisions about their health. First and foremost, before adding any of these foods to your daily routine in large amounts, please talk with your doctor or healthcare provider. While these foods are backed by science and offer real benefits for muscle health, everyone's body is different, especially after 60. If you have kidney issues, are on certain medications, or have been told to follow a specific diet for medical reasons, check with your doctor first. More protein isn't always better for everyone, particularly if you're not physically active, already eating adequate protein, or managing chronic health conditions. Also, if you have food allergies or sensitivities, especially to gluten, soy, or dairy, make sure to choose options that are safe for your specific situation. This information is for general educational purposes only and should never replace medical advice from your personal physician. I'm sharing what the research shows, but your individual health needs might be different. Common mistakes to avoid. Let me share the biggest mistakes I see seniors making when they try to increase their protein intake. Mistake Hasson. Going too fast, too soon. Your digestive system needs time to adjust to higher protein intake. Start with 1 or 2 of these foods and gradually add more over several weeks. Mistake #2. Forgetting about hydration. Higher protein intake requires more water. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day. Mistake #3. Ignoring the timing. Your body can only process so much protein at once. Spread your protein intake throughout the day rather than having one massive protein meal. Mistake #4. Choosing convenience over quality. Those protein bars and shakes at the gas station aren't doing you any favors. Stick with real, whole food sources whenever possible. Your protein power shopping list. To make this easier for you, here's a simple shopping list you can take to the store. Dairy section. Plain. Non-fat Greek yogurt. Aged Parmesan cheese. The real block, not pre-shredded. Pantry items. Dried chickpeas or low-sodium canned chickpeas. Quinoa. Raw. Unsalted pumpkin seeds. Hemp seeds. Health food section. Spirulina powder. Tempeh, usually in the refrigerated section. Seitan. Sometimes frozen, sometimes refrigerated. International aisle. Dried fish powder, often in the Asian food section. Supplements section. High-quality whey protein isolate, unflavored or naturally flavored. Simple daily meal plan. Let me give you a simple way to incorporate these foods into your daily routine. Breakfast. Greek yogurt with hemp seeds, berries, and a sprinkle of spirulina powder in your morning smoothie. Lunch. Quinoa salad with chickpeas, vegetables, and a generous sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Snack. A small handful of pumpkin seeds. Dinner. Sautéed tempeh or seitan with vegetables, or add dried fish powder to your soup. Before bed. Whey protein shake mixed with water or unsweetened almond milk. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Even adding 2 or 3 of these foods to your weekly routine can make a significant difference. The science behind the magic. Let me explain why these foods work so much better than just relying on eggs or traditional protein sources. First, it's about amino acid profiles. Your body needs all the essential amino acids to build muscle effectively. Many of these foods provide complete amino acid profiles or are particularly rich in leucine, which is the trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Second, it's about bioavailability, how well your body can actually absorb and use the protein. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient. These foods are either naturally easy to digest or have been processed in ways that make them more accessible to aging digestive systems. Third, many of these foods come with bonus nutrients that support muscle health. Anti-inflammatory compounds, minerals needed for muscle function, and healthy fats that support hormone production. Real results from real people. I want to share some feedback I've received from viewers who've implemented these changes. Dr. Hartwell, I'm 71 and started adding hemp seeds to my oatmeal and spirulina to my afternoon smoothie 3 months ago. Last week, I carried all my groceries up 2 flights of stairs without stopping to rest. I haven't been able to do that in years. Patricia, from Phoenix. My physical therapist can't believe the difference in my grip strength since I started eating tempeh twice a week. I can open jars again. William, from Sacramento. I was skeptical about the dried fish powder, but I've been adding it to my soup for 6 weeks now. My legs feel stronger, and I'm not as tired at the end of the day. Maria, from Miami. These aren't miracle cures. They're simply the result of giving your body the high-quality nutrients it needs to maintain and build muscle tissue. Beyond protein, the complete picture. While protein is crucial, remember that muscle health depends on more than just protein intake. You also need adequate sleep. This is when most muscle repair happens. Some form of physical activity, even light resistance exercises, or walking. Asterisk, proper hydration, your muscles are about 75% water. Asterisk. Stress management. Chronic stress breaks down muscle tissue. Asterisk, vitamin D, crucial for muscle function, and often deficient in seniors. Think of protein as the building blocks. But you still need the right environment for construction. What's next? So, there you have it. 11 powerful, protein-rich foods, plus one bonus that completely outperform eggs when it comes to building and maintaining muscle after 60. These aren't exotic trends or empty promises. They're real foods, backed by solid science, that your body can actually use. The most important thing to remember is this: muscle loss after 60 isn't inevitable. You don't have to become part of that statistic of losing 1% of your muscle mass every year. With the right foods, at the right times, in the right amounts, you can maintain and even build muscle well into your 80 seconds and beyond. Which of these foods shocked you the most? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know which ones you're planning to try first. I read and respond to every single comment because your feedback helps me create better content for our amazing community. And if you found this information valuable, please hit that like button. It really helps other seniors find this content. The YouTube algorithm loves engagement, and your like might be what helps another person discover these muscle-building secrets. Don't forget to subscribe to Doctor's Note and ring that notification bell. We're just getting started with game-changing health information for seniors. Next week, I'm releasing a video about the biggest medication mistakes I see seniors making that are actually accelerating muscle loss. You won't want to miss it. Also, if you want to dive deeper into this topic, I've created a comprehensive guide with meal plans, shopping lists, and preparation tips for all these foods. You can find the link in the description below. Remember, your muscles are listening to every choice you make. They're waiting for the right nutrients, the right signals, and the right support. Now you know exactly what to give them. Thanks for being part of the Doctor's Note community. Until next time, keep making choices that support your strength, your independence, and your vitality. Your future self will thank you for it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.